Alright, we have my 2018 Surron. I'm going to be changing power cable. Let's get right into it. Okay. Alright. First things first, I'm going to be taking off my front fender because it's blocking my controller view. And by the way, this is a YZ85 front fender. One and the washer. Now should be able to wiggle. Take this off. Now it's time to take off the X9000. So I'm gonna unplug this. Basically, I'm gonna take off the bolts for the circuit breaker and push the circuit breaker back so I can have more wiggle room in the front. Take this down. Hole's already loose. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is a pain to put back on. So you have to squeeze it back on. So keep all track of the bolts tight. Loosen them with your fingers. One bolt down. Now I'm on my right side. Get this. I'm gonna put this right next to each other. So these bolts, these two top bolts, they're gonna loosen these two side bolts for it to pull out. Alright, I'm gonna let that play pass. But got the circuit breaker bolts and the top two bolts. Now I gotta get the two side bolts. Loosen it by hand. Bolts keep flying over here. Alright, as you can see, the X9000 is now hanging. And I do have access. If I have more play, pull this back. I do have play to pull it back. I almost forgot to show you guys the new connectors I bought off of eBay. If they work, I'm gonna link them down in the description. But they look totally different from the OEM connector, but the pins look the same. Look at these pins again. Look at things. The only thing different is the color. The black color is orange. It's really orange. I'm gonna plug it into my battery and see if they connect. They connect. They connect. There they connect. That's how they work. I'll light it up for you. There you go. Now, I'm gonna start unscrewing. Alright. You see, the only way to take it off is to take the bash guard down. So, gotta take this. It's loose. It's giving me some hard time to take it out because this is hanging on it. Alright, let me not break this because it's plastic. Take it off from the other side. Oh, weird. Yeah, it's playing. So that was what was supporting it. Just take this bolt out. I'll drop it here and place it right next to right here. After I place the bolt, let's take this out, place it right next to it. Alright, so now I have more room to start wrenching out the positive wire and placing in the negative wire. Alright. Cables are disconnected from the controller right here. Alright, now I gotta start messing with the circuit breaker. Gotta remove this side and this side. I get a Phillips head to loosen them from the sides and pull and see which one is long and which one is short. I'm gonna break that down as we go. For the time being, I'm gonna replace my fresh cables on to the controller. So as I'm removing steps, I can be adding on steps. Now I'm gonna start to unloosen the circuit breaker connectors with a Phillips head. One of these Phillips heads. And see, now I'm gonna pull. Should be able to pull. Alright. This seems like the what? Short connector? Yep, this is the short connector that goes with the positive. So this is the short connector that goes with the positive. It goes on the right side. And I think the long connector that goes with the negative goes on the left side. But I don't think, I know. I can see it for myself. Oh, the connectors are connected to the bracket. With your sensor bracket. So your tilt sensor bracket is right there, located right there. Well, I took out mine the first day I got my bike, so I don't have it anymore. But a lot of my wires are connected through the tilt sensor, so I'm gonna have to remove. Alright, taking off that bracket just gave me a lot of play. I could move my stuff forward and move it back. And look, my controller's all the way down to the floor. Oh, so now we gotta find the connectors with the controller. Let's connect it to the controller, which is this right here, this white piece. See, as you can see, it's connected to the wirings right here. It's connected to these, the positive and negative. This connector. You're gonna want to pinch it and pull it. Once you pinch it and pull it, plug in your new connectors. Got this loosened, which is the thing with an adjustable wrench. I just pulled my bracket all the way back and up. I didn't lose the balls right here. It's literally right here. It dropped. Small bolt. This spacer off. Put it right next to the screw. Now I can pull. And I'm just gonna put the connectors through that and put it right back where it was. Alright, now is the time where I'm gonna disconnect the old connectors, plug in the new connector, and then I'm gonna line it through this little clamp thingy and line it through and let it sit upright instead of letting it dangle and then start thing, because everything is already plugged down. Find the connector, right? See this little gray thing? Push down on it and pull. So I have the cables connected right here. Now connect this to the circuit breaker, this red wire right here to the right side of the circuit breaker. Take this clip off. Alright, now the clip is on. I'm gonna size it and adjust it. The clip, and I have 2 screws. Alright, I got the clip on. Now I'm about to put the positive connector on the right side. Alright guys, the positive wire is now fitted in. Now I'm gonna take my Phillips head. I'm gonna pull it up a little bit. I'm gonna tighten it. Or together. Tight, let's pull it, tug it, see if it pulls. If it pulls, it's not on correctly. Alright, I have 0 play. Let me tuck it as much as I can. Yeah, let me tuck. Alright, it's tucked a little bit. Alright, everything's tucked. Now it's time to remove this. Alright, I broke it. Well, what I mean by broke it is broke the tightness. So now the cables are officially disconnected. Now it's time for the fresh new power cables. This got to go right here. It's looking like I gotta pull the controller back up a little bit, so I'm gonna finish up tightening these because these are only hand tight. I'm gonna finish to where they're not so tight, but you know, it won't screw off by itself. So everything's tight enough. Go to that side, tighten it up. Alright, the controller is a little bit up more. The negative cable is connected Let's see. This will be able to reach the battery. Yeah, I'll be able to reach the battery. Right now, all I gotta do is put everything back together. Alright, got the battery right here. Got my key right here. We're gonna test it out, see if it turns on. Alright, circuit breaker switch on. See if I get any power. And I got power! Everything is connected smoothly. Just gonna put everything back together. It will be Gucci.